How would I change this approach if I were to scalp this? Now, this is an interesting question. I get this quite often. And when it comes to scalping, traders seem to think that your approach to the market has to be different. That scalping means the system changes, the settings change, your signals change, that things are going to change simply because you're trading something smaller. Even before we get into system adjustments, I want to know what it means when you say scalping. No two traders seems to have the same definition of what a scalp is. Now, I have a definition, but your definition might be a little bit different. You might be looking at a 5-minute time frame for your scalps, and you'd be looking to get 2 or 3 candles out of this. Maybe you're looking to get a market move that moves 15 pips. So you might consider that to be a scalp. Somebody else, on the other hand, might be looking at the 1-minute charts, and they're simply looking at a small 5-pip move. So if you're looking at something in here, you're looking at about a 5-pip move. Now, these leg lengths are going to change from time frame to time frame. This is the same sort of approach that we take when we're doing multi-time frame analysis. We understand that the higher time frames are going to move the market further simply because of the size of the leg lengths. The smaller the time frame, the smaller these leg lengths are going to be, and we're going to have a lot of zigzag through the market. Now, if we're looking at a 4-hour time frame, we're going to see from A to B, this could be 150 pips. But if we're looking at a 5-minute time frame, from A to B, that could be 15 pips. Now, when it comes to making adjustments, the truth of the matter is you don't need to make any adjustments to your trading system. If you are scalping only for a few pips, you're not going to have to change anything. You've got a trading system that works. You know what direction the trend is going. You know what your entries look like. You know where your exits would ideally go. You know where your stop loss is going to be placed based on the candles that you're looking at. You've got all this figured out as far as your trading system. Now, when you take a look at these charts, if I were to cover up the time frames, most people would have a very difficult time telling what time frame they're looking at just by looking at the charts. The charts are what's called fractal, which means you could start big and it looks a certain way, but the more you zoom in, the smaller you get. The look of it doesn't really change. We're looking at a 15-minute time frame. Now we're looking at a daily time frame. We have a 1-hour time frame. We've got a 5-minute time frame. This again looks like the other time frames that we were looking at. But when you're looking at the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 1-hour, the 4-hour, and so on, they all look essentially the same. And if the market looks essentially the same from time frame to time frame, that means nothing changes from time frame to time frame. So when you're looking for a signal to take a trade, whether it's a scalp or whether it's something that you're going to be in for a couple of days, the setups, the entries, the stops, they're going to be processed in the same kind of way. If we take a look at this, for example, we're taking a look at a 1-minute time frame. We know exactly how the market's supposed to move. We get 2 different moving averages creating a trend. And we're going to take a look at this area in here. So we're looking at a trend. We know that the price needs to be under those moving averages, and then they need to pull back into those moving averages before they continue in the trending direction. Now, whether this is the 1-minute time frame that does that, or the 5-minute, or the 1-hour, or the daily, we know exactly how this is supposed to work. We do this day after day after day, and it gives us the same profitable results day after day after day. That does not change simply because we're looking to scalp the market. Because we're looking for 5 pips instead of 250 pips, that pullback into the moving averages doesn't change. The pullback into the moving averages, pullback into the moving averages. We see this same thing over and over. We have another example of that here. Once the price gets into these moving averages, then we're looking for a way to get into the market. When I'm looking at these candles like this is a 1-minute time frame, but this could be anything. It could be a 5-minute all the way up to the weekly time frame. They look the same. So if we have a signal in here, we've got the price moving up, we've got our close below the averages, we've got our entry below that candle, the stop loss goes above the swing high, and then we're looking for that market to move. If we're looking for a scalp, maybe we've got a hard target. We've got something like a 1-to-1. Maybe we've got a different kind of hard target and it's a pip count. Maybe you're looking for 5 pips, or maybe you're looking to trail the market. Now, if you're looking to trail the market, a scalp isn't really the right name for this. A scalp usually is a predetermined small trade. So you're going for something that's 2 pips, 5 pips, 10 pips. But when it comes down to it, looking for a scalp just means everything is going to be smaller. If we're taking a look at this particular trade and I get out my tool, so let's say we're going short here. My stop stop loss is going to go above the top. This gives me a stop loss of 3 pips. That is a very small trade. And if we're looking for a scalp, maybe we're looking for 5 pips on this trade. Now, the thing with a scalp, most people that try scalping never return. I think a lot of traders think scalping is a great way to make a lot of money. They can take several trades in a day. But what they're going to realize very quickly is that it's going to take very little for the market to stop you out. If you are in a trade and the stop loss is 3 to 5 pips, the market does not need to move very far to take out a 5 pip stop. If you are going to scalp with these small numbers, you want to be very aware that the conditions are not in your favor. You're going to have spreads against you. So if we've got a 5 pip stop, and let's say there's a 1 pip spread, that means that you're already down 1 pip, and it's going to take 4 pips to stop you out. Now, if the market conditions get a little bit worse, the spread might widen. So your 1 pip spread might jump up to 2 pips, or might jump up to 3 pips just for a moment, but that could be enough to stop you out of the trade. Now, again, you are trading a small trade, meaning if you want to make some money on the trade, if you're only going for 5 pips, that if you are trading with a commission, you've got a small stop loss, meaning very few pips. And if you've got a small stop loss and you want to make something out of that trade, you're going to have to pile on the lots. The lot size is going to be bigger than if you were trading a 15-minute or a 1 hour or a 4 hour. And if you're trading commission based, that commission is going to hurt. It is going to cost you quite a bit to place that trade. So at the end of that trade, maybe you got your 5 pips, but you ended up getting 2.5 pips because the commission was so bad. Traders that like to scalp, or they want to try to scalp, let me put it that way, may try it for a short period of time, but they're going to find out very quickly that it's not for them. The market moves very fast. And if you are a pro scalper, this is something that you do as far as your trading. This is how you make your money. Generally, you're going to stick to either one currency pair or one vehicle of some kind. You're going to stick to one chart. Everything moves much faster than you think. So if you've got yourself spread out over 3 or 4 charts, you're going to miss just about every trading opportunity that happens simply because of the speed of the markets. Even if you have alerts, this candle gets alerted, you get a ping. By the time you get to it and sort everything out, the market may already have moved halfway to your target. So trading these small time frames with the small market moves, as a scalper would do, is going to be difficult for somebody that's not very experienced at it. If it's something you want to try, go ahead and try it on a demo account first. I would not suggest putting any real money into it to begin with, because it is more than likely not going to be what you expected it to be. But when it comes to settings, when it comes to making alterations, your scalping system does not have to be any different than your day-to-day trading system. There's no best system that comes to scalping. What system are you using to trade the 1 hour time frame? That's the same system that you'd be using to scalp the markets. The markets don't move any differently. So if you are going to try scalping the markets, please don't worry about modifying the trading system or having a scalping only trading system. It is not going to help you any more than the current trading system that you're using. We're taking a look at the trading system we've got on the charts. Right now, this is as basic as it gets, but it's really profitable. We've got an 8 EMA and we've got a 21 EMA. What we're looking for are trends as the moving averages get on one side or the other. So we've got the 8 under the 21, that's a downtrend. The 8 above the 21, that's an uptrend. We're looking for the market to move away from the moving averages and then pull back into the moving averages. So we're looking for the price to move away, come back into the moving averages, move away, come back into the moving averages, move away, come back into the moving averages, and so on. When the price gets into the moving averages, we're looking for our entries. We do not want to get into a trade just because the price gets to those EMAs. I'm looking for some kind of justification to get into a trade, and we call that a signal. Now, that could be a candle formation, that could be an indicator, that could be the market moving and closing past this 8 EMA. There's all kinds of ways that we can get into a trade in that trending direction. But if you are trading this on the 4 hour time frame or the 1 hour time frame or the 15-minute time frame, you can also trade this on the 1 minute time frame, the 15-second time frame, the 2 minute, the 5 minute, and so on. So the truth about scalping is you do not need to make any significant changes to your trading system in order to make scalping work, in order to make scalping profitable. So if you are looking to scalp, start out by using the trading system that you're already using and go from there. If you find that it isn't working for you and you are in the Ultra Blue Forex Discord, talk to me. We'll work it out. We'll make sure we find the modifications that you need in order to make your scalping system more viable for scalping. But there's a very good chance that that's not going to be the case. You are not going to need to make any modifications in order to make those dollars when you are scalping the markets. I hope this video was useful to you. I think a lot of people might be a little bit disappointed that there's no special technique to scalping, but the reality of it is you do not need to make any changes. So if you like this video, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you did that. It helps me very much. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, I do have a membership site. The link is in the description below. If I don't see you inside the members area, I will see you in the next video.